This is the video about offenses against property, sections 378 to sections 462. IPC to IPC part hoy Guwahati University IPC syllabus part unit 5 hoy. Jonto of course amar college last lage koribo para nasil I think meme because syllabus was last. So the chapter on offense against property consists of 85 sections from section 78 to section 482 of the Indian Penal Code. So offenses against property a chapter kiman hoy sections 378 to section 482 of Indian Penal Code, total 85 sections. These offenses may be broadly divided into three main classes as follows: offenses relating to deprivations of property. Yet our college only theft, extortions, dacoity, robbery, criminal misappropriation of property and criminal misuse of trust ekita he syllabus dia ase tar bire beleg dia nai. Okay, thefts under sections 378 definition to provide korise or sections 379 ot punishment to provide korise. Then extortions the sections 383 extortion or theft majo difference ase etu pohim. Then robbery আৰু dacoity মাজৰ difference because robbery এজন person কৰিব পাৰে আৰু dacoity যেতিয়া 4 or more person কৰে তেতিয়া হেতু হয় dacoity. Then robbery sections 319, dacoity sections 291, and criminal misappropriation of property sections 403 and criminal misuse of trust sections 405 or under provide কৰা হৈছে. Okay, screenshot লৈ লোৱা আৰু মিশ্ৰ বুকত আছে এখিনি. So first video dot my theft pohim. Theft definition section 378 or your punishment provide for section 379, and etu yet the point kita ase 3 4 5 and 6 ekita hol various forms of theft. That is theft in dwelling houses, gharot kora theft etc. Article 380 theft by clerk or servant. Theft to kone kora jay yat clerk ba servant e kore car property the proper master property jintu clerk or servant or position ase. Of course they are not owner. Section 381. Then theft after preparations made for causing death, hurt or restraint in order to the committing of theft. Theft junto preparation kora hoy preparation kora homayt karabak jodi death kore, hurt kore aru restraint kore in order to committing the of theft. It varies from some theft. Section 382. After that is a distinction between larceny and theft. Okay, so we're going to read first of all a definition of theft. Section 378 theft: whoever intending to take dishonestly, dishonesty means fraudulently any movable property theft or keneকুৱা টাইপত এটো movable property চুৰ হ'ব নোৱাৰে. চুৰে movable property তেন কৰিব পৰা লৈ যাব নোৱাৰে. Okay, ঘৰ এটা চুৰ কৰি লৈ যাব নোৱাৰে. চুৰে only এটা movable property যোনটো মানে move কৰিব পাৰে হেতু বস্তু property হে লৈ যাব পাৰে out of the position of any person আৰু বেলেগ এজন মানুহৰ পজিশনৰ পৰা লৈ যায় without that person consent. offense to তেতিয়া হয় যেতিয়া without that person জনৰ consent নোহোৱাকৈ কৰে moves that property in order to take such taking আৰু property to move কৰে. property to movable property to move কৰাটো এটা important বস্তু যেয়া এটো হল movable property আৰু movable property to move কৰিছে. That property in order to just taking loise your karone is said to commit theft. Hetu hol theft or offense. Explanation 1: a thing so long as it is attached to art not being movable property is not subject of thing. Eta bostu as long as etu art logot mane prithibik mati khanor logot mati tu logot attach hoise not being movable property hetu movable property na hoy hekane hetu suror subject sur kora bostu na hoy na is not subject of theft, but it becomes capable of being the subject of theft as soon as it is severed from her. Severed from মানে পৃথিৱী খনৰ মাটিৰ পৰা যেতিয়া তাক উলিয়াই আনা হয় তেতিয়া হলে হে বস্তু মুভেবল প্ৰপাৰ্টি হয়. ফৰ এক্সাম্পল এজোপা গছ মাটিত থকা অৱস্থালৈকে মানে চুৰ কৰিব নোৱাৰি, কিন্তু গছবা কাটি দিলে হেতু মুভেবল প্ৰপাৰ্টি হয় আৰু হেতু চুৰ কৰিব পাৰি. Explanation 10: a moving affected by same act which affects the severance may be a theft. Then comes explanation 3: a person is said to cause a thing to move by removing an obstacle which prevented it from moving or by separating it from any other thing as well as by actually moving it. So moving can move koriba manute a person is said to cause a thing to move by removing an obstacle. Him bostu to move koriba pare eta obstacle remove kori. Obstacle mane jontu bostu badha diye obstacle he bostu to remove kori which prevented it from moving jonte bostu to move kore prevent kore or by separating it from any other thing aru belag bostu pura separate kori pela hetu bostu ba nije actually bostu to move kori. That's it. Then section 4: A person who by any means causes any animals to move এজন মানুহে by যিকোনো ধৰণৰ প্ৰকাৰে যদি এটা জীৱ-জন্তুক এনিমেলক মুভ কৰাৰ চেষ্টা কৰে is said to move that animal আৰু হেতুক মুভ কৰা বুলি কোৱা হয় and to move anything which in consequence of that motion is so caused is moved by that animal. Then explanation 5 because the consent mentioned in the definition may be expressed or implied. Consent in the definition mentioned কৰা হৈছে of course without consent of that person, without that person's consent. এই consent বস্তুৰ কি এটো consent হ'ব পাৰে express or implied যদিহে দিয়া যায় কিন্তু ইয়াতো নিদিয়া যায় সেইকাৰণে এই offense of thief হয় is expressed or implied and may be given by either persons in positions or by any persons having for that purpose authority either expressed or implied আৰু হেতু দিব পাৰে এজন person position বস্তুটো থাকে by another person হেজন personৰ behalfতো হ'ব পাৰে expressed or implied হ'ব পাৰে. A thing attached to or after it has been severed become the subject of thing. The severance and moving may be affected by the same act i.e. the mere act of severance may amount to thief. Okay, তাৰপিছত আছে illustration এটা example দিব লাগিব exam যদি illustration দিয়ে তেতিয়াহ'লে বহুত marks পোৱা যায় সেইকাৰণে illustration দি মুখস্থ কৰি ল'বা বা বুজিলে যদি সেন্টেন্সটো নিজে ফ্ৰেম কৰিব পাৰে তেতিয়াহ'লে বনাই ল'ব. A cut down a tree on Jed's ground. এজোপা গছ কাটিছে জেডৰ গ্ৰাউণ্ডৰ পৰা with intent of dishonestly taking the tree আৰু এটা কি ইন্টেনশন আছে dishonestly গছজোপা ল'বলৈ out of Jed's position জেডৰ পজিশনৰ পৰা আৰু জেডৰ consent নোহোৱাকৈ without Jed's consent. Here is as soon as he has severed the tree in order to such taking he has committed the theft. সেইটো হ'ল offense of theft. As long as সেই বস্তুটো ল'লে জেডৰ পজিশনৰ পৰা গছজোপা কাটি পেলাই তেতিয়া সেইটো offense হৈ গ'ল চুৰ কৰা offense without the consent of Jed. What definitions but from this offenses against okay so ingredients কি ingredients লাগিব চুৰ কৰিবলৈ হ'লে চুৰৰ offense to commit কৰিবলৈ theft under section 378. Dishonest taking of property. Okay, dishonestly property ল'ব লাগিব property to movable হ'ব লাগিব. The property should be taken out of the position of another so এটো বেলেগ এজন মানুহৰ পজিশনৰ পৰা ল'ব লাগিব. There must be some moving of property to move কৰিব লাগিব. ইয়াত আছে এটা বস্তু দুটা ডিফাৰেন্স আছে এটো বুজি লোৱা পইণ্টটোত আছে property must be movable. Property to movable হ'ব লাগিব মানে property remove কৰিব পৰা হ'ব লাগিব আৰু property to ইয়াত section 3 ফৰৱৰ্ড কি প্ৰভাইড কৰিছে পইণ্টটো দামত there must be actual moving হ'ব লাগিব মানে লৈ আনিব লাগিব movable property to move কৰিব লাগিব হেতুৱে in order to just taking 5 it should be taken without the consent of that person. Of course consent নোহোৱাকৈ হ'লে হেতু theft হয়. It is an essential element of defense of theft that the movable property should have been moved out of the positions of any person without his consent. Okay, so this is possible only if the person moving. Then comes dishonest intention মানে কি then here you can see dishonest intention is the gist of offense. Intention manslaughter বা evil intention evil motive এবিলাকে কি হয় criminal offense or first ingredients হয়. The taking will not amount to theft unless it is the intention which it is taken is dishonest. Intention to dishonest হ'ব লাগিব intention honest হ'ব পাৰে but the intention to dishonest সেইকাৰণে চুৰ it is not taken dishonestly. It will amount to if it is not taken dishonestly যদি এটো dishonestly লোৱা নহয় তেতিয়াহ'লে it will not amount to theft. It must be taken with the intention to cause wrongful gain আৰু এটা intention থাকিব লাগিব intention to first dishonest intention কিন্তু dishonest intention to কেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ নিজৰ প্ৰতি wrongful gain মানে লাভ কৰিবলৈ নিজৰ প্ৰতি কিন্তু wrongful mannerত ভুল পদ্ধতিৰে আৰু বেলেগ এটা মানুহৰ প্ৰতি wrongful loss কৰিবলৈ বেলেগ এটা মানুহৰ সেই মানুহজন যোনে চুৰ কৰে তেওঁ wrongful gain হয় ভুল পদ্ধতিৰে লাভ হয় আৰু যোনজন মানুহৰ পৰা চুৰ কৰা হয় যোনজন হেজন মানুহৰ লোকসান হয় আৰু হেতু হল wrongful পদ্ধতিৰে লোকসান হয় that's why it is called wrongful loss. Wrongful gain to one person and wrongful loss to another. Both wrongful gain and wrongful loss need not be caused. Either is sufficient. দুইটা হোৱাৰ দৰকাৰ নাই যিকোনো এটা হলো sufficient. Okay, so dishonest intention. Okay, after this one a creditor takes movable property out of the debtor's positions without his consent with the intention of causing him to pay his debt. It is theft. Creditor যদি debtor positioner পৰা property লয় without creditor consent debtor consent নোহোৱাকৈ বা with the intention of causing him আৰু তাৰ intention কি তাক force কৰা causing him to pay the debt পইচাটো pay কৰাত তেতিয়াহ'লে এটো theft. Then when the accused sold a borrower to the complainant. Okay, after this exceptions are in the executions of a decree property belong to another or strongly taken away by the what is this it is case niki 7 Jahana versus Emperior. Jahana case it. So I have a friend named Jahana, so Jahana versus Emperior I guess to him because it is easy monot pathabuloi Okay. In executions of a decree, property belonging to another was wrongly taken away by the plaintiff. Property to be wrongly taken away by the plaintiff. It was held that the owner and his associates had committed no offense in taking any that property away. That property as their intention was not to cause wrongful gain and wrongful noise. So more question intention is an important element, right? Intention hobo lage dishonest intention mane ki nijor proti wrongful gain. So এই কেছটোতে এটো হেল্প কৰা হৈছে যে এম্পেৰিয়ৰ জাহানা ভাৰ্চেছ এম্পেৰিয়ৰ যেন ইয়াত প্ৰপাৰ্টিটো বিকজ মানুহটোৰ ইণ্টেনশ্যন নাছিল wrongful lays gain or wrongful loss কৰাৰ বেলেগৰ প্ৰতি অ'কে সেইকাৰণে এইটো ঠিক নহয় চুৰ নহয় আৰু এটা কেছ আছে when the accused sold a barrage to the complainant and accepted honest money as payment of price এইটো কেছ বহিম এম্পেৰিয়ৰ ভাৰ্চেছ সীতাভাই পুষ্পৰশিত্তম ইয়াৰ পিছত কি কেছ আছে there must exist at the time of moving a property. A temporary taking might constitute theft. Temporary সময় কাৰণে কিবা এটা বস্তু লাও thief হ'ব চুৰ হ'ব permanent নহলে চুৰ হ'ব. There may be theft without any intentions to deprive the owner of the property permanently. Thus where the accused snatched away. ইয়াতো কেছ আছে not like the bona fide dispute or claim. Where there is a bona fide dispute as to the right of proper parties. যেতিয়া এটা bona fide dispute থাকে bona fide মানে in good faith এটা dispute থাকে dispute মানে disagreement differences or dissettlement তেনেকুৱা যদি কিবা এটা থাকে as to right of properties দুটা পাৰ্টিৰ মাজত কোনটোৰ প্ৰতি সেই প্ৰপাৰ্টিটো বিলং কৰে the accused cannot be convicted of theft তেতিয়া সেই accused theftor কাৰণে convict নহয় the intention in the circumstances is not dishonest intention to dishonest নহয় a bona fide claim or right rebut the presumptions of dishonesty bona fide claim বা right এটা হল মানে exceptions or defense to prosecutions for theft. Then comes MS Sundaram Financial Duty versus Muhammad Abul Wakil. The purchaser failed to make timely payment of installments running to harm purchase. Then theftor kana punishment to provide kora hoise. Yakane case to bolibo of course case kataman pohim. Firstly punishment to silo. Punishments for theft. Whoever commits theft shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term may extend to 3 years. 3 years or 3 years of imprisonment. Or with fine or with both 3 years just 3 years মানে মই যদি চুৰ কৰো মই 3 বছৰ হে যাম or with fine or fine দিব লাগিব or both section 379 then comes what case আছে of course another case is what Guljar versus MP Madhya Pradesh মাজত pradesh মানে কি মই নাজানো Guljar versus state of MP এই কেছটো মনত ৰাখা ইজি হ'ব because easy হ'ব নাম to easy just Guljar versus State of MP the accused stole a attached bag containing about 50,000 rupees from the bus in which the complainant was traveling after making recovery of money due from the merchant's of tea levers supplied by him to accused কি কৰিছে চুৰ কৰিছে কি চুৰ কৰিছে bag এটা চুৰ কৰিছে bagor ভিতৰত আছে 50,000 rupees this incident the incident occurred when bus was halted for new minute at Damot and in MP and the complainant went to meet at Kailash Rathor only for 5 minutes. The accused was convicted for theft and sentenced under section 379 as the stolen money was recovered from his possession and he had no satisfactory explanation for the same. The judgment to ki dile of course he sur korise aru he sur korise ki karon kenake evidence paise evidence to paise because tar usorat tar position taka to poa goise 50,000 rupees সেইকাৰণে তাক under section 379 ত convict কৰা হৈছে so we already already আমি পালো ইয়াৰ কি punishment 3 fine imprisonment up to 3 years fine okay আৰু কেছ 3 years fine extend 3 years either description মানে simple or rigorous or fine or with both section 379 okay Jahana versus Emperor Guljar versus State of MP one simple case or yada bilag various forms of thieves in dwelling house section 380 thief by clerk or servant in property in positions of master section 381 then theft after preparation made for causing death or restraint in order to committing of theft section 382 like various forms of theft to yada complete hoy gol with keta case to case kine at least 5 ta man case দিব লাগিব exam ত ইয়াৰ পিছত আৰু কেটা মান case charge কৰিব লাগিব কি charge কৰিম এটা order case Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer Chandigarh Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer Chandigarh Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer Chandigarh Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer, Chandigarh. The accused was convicted for theft. Convict kora hoise tak sur kora karone under section 379 IPC. He was therefore removed from service. He service pora remove kora hoise. He appealed for benefit of release and probation under section 6 of the Probation of Offence Act 1958. He appealed korise under section 6 of the Probation of Offence Act 1958 or under oath. Supreme Court allow korise hetu appeal or set aside korise order of removal from service tak koriba service pora remove korar order to authorize set aside korise underground date grounded korise that release on probation carries no stigma or disqualification under section 12 of the Probations of the Offence Act 1958. Section under section 12 of the Probations of Offence Act 1958 or under what kiba stigma carry no kore what carry kore. The Supreme Court held the appeal and set aside the order of his removal from service underground date. Release on probation carries no stigma or disqualification under section 12 of the Probations of Offence Act 1958. It is a case. Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer, Chandigarh. Kehar Singh versus Regional Employment Officer, Chandigarh. Tinda case paisa order case hold MS Sundaram Finance Ltd. MS Sundaram mane hi dhuniya ram. Sundaram Finance Ltd versus Muhammad Abul Wakil. WKIL Ukil etu Hindi word or yar Assamese abo ukil mane ki lawyer. Just my word to naam to mane rakhibole kane chesta korisu and nothing else. MS Sundaram Finance Ltd versus Muhammad Abul Wakil. The purchaser failed to make timely payment of installment. Purchaser mane jon jone bostur kinise teo timely payment installment or payment koribole fail hoise koriba pora nasil relating to hire purchase agreement of my motorcycle relating to ki hire purchase agreement ekhonot motorcycle installment payment koribole fail hoisil. The hire therefore took away the possession of the vehicle from the purchaser. Jeta hole hire their vehicle khon loi lole. Okay, their positioner pra. The purchaser chose the hirer of tip. Tita purchaser hirer jonok sur boli choice korise. Held hired being the deemed owner under section 230 of the Motor Vehicle Act. Held hire being the deemed owner. Hire to owner boli kwa hoy. Under section 230 of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988. It Motor Vehicle Act 1939 no 1988 or it sections 230. Okay, had that the right to take back possessions of the vehicle in the event of non-payment because to payment kora nasil installment to timely to payment kora nasil hetu karone of course hire their bike khon ba motorcycle khon purchase koriba lobo their positioner pra because it lawful asil or their sur nasil. Okay, etu theft boli na kore then hence it was not guilty of theft. Aro eta case ase hoigo etu case interesting even. MS Sundaram Finance Ltd versus Muhammad Abul Wakil. MS Sundaram Finance Ltd versus Muhammad Abul Wakil. After this ase in a similar case Shekhar versus Arumugham. The lorry was taken back by the hirer for failure of installments with a purchaser lorry was taken back by the hirer for failure of installments with a purchaser held did not constitute the offense of theft. Heketa offense of theft constitute nokore duta palu aru tinta palu jot offense of theft constitute kore so total 5ta case pai golo exam likhibole karone tar logote first of all ami definition khini salu tar bisot punishment salu then illustrations dilu then aggravated forms aru kiki form ase suror hekini salu theftor after that 5ta case pahilu tar bidot 3ta case theft hoy hetu pahilu aru duta case theft kontu khetra na hoy hetu pahilu then it's a complete answer. And jodi bhal lagise more video then please subscribe to my channel. Igahara ke exam ase so study well etu share koriba even because my question answer format dhuniya ka bujai disu aru answer to kenike likhibo lage tar technique ko di disu case la manat kenike rakhibo lage tar technique ko di disu punishment kenike provide koribo lage tar technique ko di disu aru yat ko jodi bhal video banaba lage te ma banabo parim yat ko bhal but just mok time lage because eta mo busy mur semester exam di asu. So thank you so much for watching this video. Aru please subscribe kora aru jodi kiba query thike tete hale comment section dibo para. Okay, thank you.